5-224-5912. BeckMotors.com.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to DakotaStormRoofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Just as proud to offer the finest concrete solutions available for commercial and residential applications, as well as foundation and flat work. The bottom line, if you need anything done with concrete, we can do it. Superior Concrete. Give us a call today for an estimate or more information. That's Superior Concrete. Find us on Facebook or call the office at 605-494-0102. That's 494-0102. Call today.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? Live Ticket TV has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as a basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages starting at $20 an hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 3. That's 833-605-5483, extension 3, and punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports, from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it in time for this game. See live and archive video of all games, and when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota high school sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app. Download it now from the App Store or Google Play.
Welcome back to Mitchell. Once again, Brian Olton ready with play-by-play coming up, starting a little bit early due to the quickness of our undercard games, but we'll take a look around the state of basketball here in just a little bit. And we want to remind everybody who's on the road, remember the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety celebrates being a part of a team that remind us that snow means slow. Let's slow down and drive to the conditions. Buckle up, too. You've got some place to be, although we are thankful for good weather conditions down on the way down to Mitchell here today, and boy, we expect that all weekend, in fact all the way through the week ahead as well. We might have to abbreviate our state of basketball, but to take a look at what has happened in boys basketball over the course of this week. Again, the Governors defeating Brookings 67-47 on Tuesday night at Riggs High Gym. Mitchell was a 67-59 winner over Sioux Falls, Washington. Watertown went to Aberdeen, beat the Eagles 60-51. Brandon Valley over T Area in a tight one, 67-63. And Sioux Falls Lincoln was taken to the limit from Sioux Falls Roosevelt, but the Patriots won that one 55-52. They are the #1 team in the state. Of course, they beat the Governors last Saturday. Last night, Harrisburg upended Brandon Valley 52-39 in Brandon. That's just the third loss of the season for the Lynx. Also out west, Spearfish had a tight one with Douglas, but came out a 50-48 winner. And Sturgis beat Rapid City Central in a high-scoring affair, 85-81. Tonight, 8 games on the docket, including this one, Pierre at Mitchell. Also Huron going to Watertown. Aberdeen Central heads to Brookings. Harrisburg will host O'Gorman. Yankton is at T Area in the ESD. Also in Sioux Falls, it's Washington and Roosevelt. Out in Rapid City, Stevens hosts a very good Rapid City Christian team out of Class A, while Rapid City Central goes to Douglas, and Sturgis will play host to Belle Fourche. And tomorrow, take that back, Sturgis and Bell is tomorrow. Spearfish plays at Rapid City Christian tomorrow also. In the week ahead after tonight, Governors will go to Sioux Falls Jefferson on Tuesday. Our next Governor broadcast here on River 92.7 starting at 6:30 Tuesday night. Mitchell has a tough one at Brandon Valley. Also on Tuesday, the Governors have games left after that with Sioux Falls Roosevelt at home on Friday and at Watertown next Saturday. That's a look at the state of basketball right now. Mitchell, the 2 seed, currently at 15-2. Looking up at Sioux Falls Lincoln at 17-1. The Governors moved up from 13 to 12 since Tuesday night. They're 6-10 on the season. Sturgis, Central, Stevens, and Douglas are the 4 behind them, but still in the top 16 with Yankton, Watertown, Aberdeen, and Brookings on the outside looking in. If the postseason were tonight in the Sodak 16, the Governors would play at number 5 O'Gorman, while Mitchell would host number 15, either Rapid City Central or Stevens. They're actually tied at 14 and 15. We'll talk about the girls a little bit later on, but we want to get to our keys to success, and our keys to success brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care. Let's pause for 2 minutes, and we'll chat with head coach Brianna Kuzler when we return with Pierre Governor basketball.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
This is Coach Scott Nye from your Pierre Governors and the team at Ranky Gray Wealth Management, where we focus on coaching something just as important, your finances. Everyone needs guidance through life's key financial decisions and challenges, not to mention the opportunity to feel confident that their retirement strategy will help them pursue the lifestyle they've dreamed about. As you're looking for the right team to assist you, we're right up the street and ready to provide you the help that can make all the difference. Contact our Pierre office today by visiting rankygray.com.
Every day. Whether you're chasing a personal best or simply want to enjoy life to the fullest, our specialized care is designed to help you feel better and stronger. We're here for you. No referral needed. Trust Avera Orthopedics to unlock a world of endless possibilities. Visit avera.org/orthopedics and start your journey from pain to possibility today.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
All right, here we go. Keys to success with the coach, Brianna Kuzler. Governors on the road at the Corn Palace, looking back on a Tuesday win over Brookings. That obviously, I think a good win, Coach. But man, when you come right out and guns blazing, you're hitting shots, everybody's kind of getting settled in. It was just one of those games where, wire to wire, it's nice to get one of those kinds of victories, even though Brookings did test you for a while there in the first half.
Yeah, they played really well in that first half, and as much as we wanted to a complete game, we were really focused on that third quarter, and I think both in the first and the third quarters we were able to get a hot enough start to be able to force them to call a timeout. And that was something that we had talked about, especially at halftime, of all right, let's make this change now, let's play hard enough and well enough early on to get them to call a timeout, and they did that. The boys recognized that, they acknowledged it. I mean, it's those baby steps toward putting together complete games. And toss record out the window. It didn't matter who it was. We needed to find that complete game, and we were tested a little bit there in the first half. But it was, nothing that we weathered the storms that were there and prevailed, and that was the most important thing.
Hopefully, kind of a repeat performance coming up as far as that full 32-minute game. You're definitely going to need it against a different kind of an animal, and a very good Mitchell Kernel team tonight.
Yeah, they're very well rounded. Marcus Talley is one of the best guards in the state. He's going to go on and play at Augustana, and he's just very he's composed. He controls the game. He's a floor general out there, and everything goes through him. So our goal is,
and he never stops dribbling. Right?
Yeah, I tell you what, he finds a way to weasel through everything. So, but finding. We want to limit his touches as much as possible, and especially if he gives it up, really making it difficult for him to get the ball back, and tossing different defenses at him, and making other guys step up and create. That's the biggest thing. Is he's such a facilitator, such a creator. I mean, along with being a great scorer himself.
Absolutely, and they've got other good guys who are going to be problems also. But when you come in and think about how this team treated you guys last year, I mean, they came into your place and just it was kind of a blowout in an afternoon contest, and you want to kind of wipe away things like that, but you definitely want to feel better about yourselves after this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Just that steady progress that we feel like we've been getting out of the guys each time out, regardless of the final score. Of course, we feel confident that if we continue with that steady progress, these big games, we're going to come away with some of these, and we need to. And now is the time to make those moves to getting ourselves putting the full 32 minutes together, coming away higher score at the end of the game is the goal, and right now we've got 4 more games here in the regular season to be doing that, and it's got to continue tonight.
There's some chatter, I think, that among fans, it says Mitchell's not they're having a hard time putting people away. The problem is they've still won 15 out of 17. Doesn't matter how they win games, and they know how to do it. They were a state champion a year ago.
Yeah, and they returned everybody but one, and they have that leadership that has been around for a lot of victories, and they've found ways to win. They've had a lot of close games, and they've won a lot of them, and that's something that we on the flip side haven't done, but we've made that progress to be right there, and that's something that now I hope it's not a close game and that we're ahead, and we don't even have to worry about a close game. But I certainly, I feel like this is going to be a battle. It always is. It's an ESC contest. You know how that goes. And but I think really for tonight, as always, it's going to be huge on the glass. They've got 2 big guys. I mean, they got multiple guys that are big presence on the glass, but Hinker and Smith are outstanding on the glass, especially on the offensive glass. So we've got to make sure that we're finding bodies, locating them, and making things difficult, limiting their second chance opportunities, because that's really where they don't necessarily have as much of an outside presence as what they've had in the past. They still are capable, certainly, but they clean the glass pretty well and get some second chances inside, and that's what we've got to really limit tonight.
All right, Coach, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
There's Brianna Kuzler, the head coach of the Pierre Governors. Coach's comments and keys to success, and our broadcasts are brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. As we'll hear from them momentarily here on the Corn Palace, one of the top gymnastics programs in the state is being honored. Mitchell Kernels, state champs a year ago, and I guess I didn't check the standings, but they've got a big trophy out there. So Mitchell, right now, along with Harrisburg, they've been contending and they've been battling each other. So really a good fan experience here to welcome in the Mitchell Kernel gymnastics team, who, let's be honest, the gymnastics team, a lot of people don't get much visibility to, so they deserve what recognition they are earning right here tonight at the Corn Palace. Let's hear from Central Dakota Eye Care, and we'll speak with the Mitchell head coach, Riker Kreitzfeld, when we return with more Pierre Governor basketball.
16 million Americans suffer from dry eye. Hi, this is Dr. Nick Marso of Central Dakota Eye Care. Along with providing comprehensive eye exams evaluating vision and health of your eyes, we now offer IPL dry eye treatments. OptiLight IPL is a new, innovative light therapy treatment for dry eye and is FDA approved. Also available at our clinic are dry eye products and supplements. Call us today, 224-6128, for more information and to schedule an appointment. Central Dakota Eye Care, 640 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Better vision for a great life.
All right, our keys to success will continue with Riker Kreitzfeld, the head coach of the Mitchell Kernels, the reigning state champion Mitchell Kernels. Coach, congratulations from a year ago. But, man, this year, a lot more of the same, 15-2, and you're passing test after test, including a good one from Sioux Falls, Washington here earlier this week. And, I don't know if you're scoring the points that you were last year, it seems, because you're in a lot of close games, but the bottom line is you're finding ways to win against all of the top teams in the state, and you've got a lot of good things going.
Yeah, for sure. We dropped 2 against Harrisburg and Huron, and they're definitely in that upper echelon of teams. But we've had some tough wins, and we've really found a way to win when we don't score it well. We've had some games in the low 40s. We've scored 37 against Huron, that one we lost. But and then some nights we score 67. We had 67 against Washington. We scored 69 against Lincoln. So if we're scoring the ball, our defense has been pretty consistent. It's just whether we're scoring the ball that night or not.
Is it tempo of the game that's allowing you to score and get more possessions that's causing that, or are you really having games where that's just it's just tough to put the ball in the hoop?
Right. Yeah, kind of. Like when we played Yankton did a great job of slowing it down. They guarded us well. They used the whole shot clock. We used the whole shot clock. We only shot 27 field goals in that game. And scored 41 points. So, that's been a strategy as teams just really slowed it down against us. And then there's just some nights we just can't buy one, like we're missing layups, and, we're not a heavy three-point shooting team. If we make 5, that's a pretty good night. So, yeah.
I'll be honest, if you're not a heavy three-point shooting team, the old guys like me, there's an appreciation for that because it seems like everybody wants to fire away. But that means obviously you're very versatile and, good fundamentals are winning out here.
Yeah, we really kind of play the same. We pounded inside, and Hinker's been, he got a lot better from last year. He's been a mainstay. Obviously Colton and Marcus are back, and then we have some other guys that are kind of rounding into shape. Owen Rammel's a sophomore, and he's playing more and more for us. He's been good. Parker Mandel was hurt half the year off a torn ACL, and now he's back playing again. And Landon's been making some shots too. So we're starting to get there. It's just. It's kind of what are we going to get tonight type of deal.
All right, well, we'll find out. You got the Pierre Governors, and you'll find out what you get, but what do you expect from your opponent tonight?
Yeah, obviously the Dawson and Luke. Dawson was very good last year, and Luke's gotten a lot better. He's just really sneaky, quick. He can get to the rim a lot. I feel like he kind of makes most of their offense happen. And then Dawson, he comes off the staggers, and, he's a great shooter. So, we got to try to limit Luke's touches in the paint, try to keep him out of there, and then, trying to guard Dawson in those staggers, not helping off him. And they got a lot of athletes. Like I'm not going to say names right, Simmental, he's athletic and he can get to the rim. 13's solid. And they played with some of the best teams. Like they played right with Huron. They probably should have beat Washington. They should have beat O'Gorman, or was right there. And then Lincoln, they're down 4 at half. They do a good job of disrupting teams.
So keys to success and keeping the thing going tonight.
Yeah, well, it'll be offensively, adjusting to how they guard us. Their zone appears a pretty heavy zone team, so we kind of expect to see that. Whether we can still, get inside touches in that zone and execute, the same type of man offense that we want to do against the zone. Limiting Dawson's 3 points, 3-pointers, keeping him at 2 or less. And then, trying to keep Luke under his average for sure. The athletes that you have, especially coming in off the glass, you do have a size advantage. And, is it a game plan to use or to try to work into that, obviously, or you just kind of take what you get? Yeah, that's something we've relied on all year is rebounding. We had 21 in a game a few days ago, and part of that is because our bigs are missing layups and getting their own rebound. But stat patterns. Yeah, but we got to find extra possessions somehow because we don't overly try to turn teams over. We just try to guard them. So those offensive rebounds are extra possessions that win games. All right, Coach, appreciate your time. Good luck. Yeah, thank you.
That's Riker Kreitzfeld, the head coach of the Mitchell Kernels, I believe in his 4th year of coaching this Kernels squad against state champions a year ago. Coach's comments and keys to success are sponsored by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. We'll move on into our starting lineups as well. Just a minute left in our pregame countdown. Starters come to us courtesy of Envirotech in Pierre. The Governors will continue with the same starting 5 as of recent. It is Luke Olson, the 5'11 senior. Dawson Getz, the 6'3 senior, the top 2 scorers. Sawyer Sonnenschein, also the 3rd guard, a 5'8 senior. He's been causing some problems for teams lately as well. Eladio Simmental, the small forward, 6'1 and a senior, and Lincoln Dilgis, getting better and better, and causing some issues in the middle as well. 6'4" junior Lincoln Dilgis, along with Sawyer Sonnenschein, Eladio Simmental, Dawson Getz, and Luke Olson, the starting five for the Governors. We'll see Caden Aharts, Carter Shufflebind, and Sutton Sonnenschein off the bench. For the 6-10 Pierre Governors and head coach Brianna Kuzler, assistant coaches are Skip Kurth, Cooper Hartley, Brevin Kaiser, and Craig Ullman. For the Mitchell Kernels, everything begins with Marcus Talley, the 6'1" senior standout point guard, along with Landon Solik, a 5'10" senior guard. Parker Mandel is a 6'3" senior, also in the backcourt. One to watch scoring-wise will be Colton Smith, a talented 6'5" junior forward, and Gavin Hinker, a 6'5" senior, kind of a big body in there as well for the Kernels. It's Smith, Talley, Solik, Mandel, and Hinker, the starters for head coach Riker Kreitzfeld, and the 15-2 Mitchell Kernels. Coach Kreitzfeld is assisted by Chris Gubrud, Pat Moeller, Pat Larson, Matt Henriksen, and Cole Weir. Those are the starting lineups, brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. Let's take a 2-minute break, and our game officials, the other starting lineup, coming up next. This is Pierre Governor Basketball.
Envirotech makes life a little bit simpler. No matter what the circumstances, no matter what is handed to you, Envirotech has you covered. One call is all it takes to have easy setup, easy pickup, and easy payment. Call Envirotech at 224-4804 or use their website to pay your bill online at envirotechwaste.com. Use the mobile app Waste Connect. Check their website or receive a robocall for collection schedule due to weather or holidays. Envirotech has you covered.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is here for you. When you're looking for a new vehicle, they make it easy. All available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Shop their extensive inventory from home at CapitalCityFordToyota.com or stop in to Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Count on them for your service needs with convenient scheduling and in-stock parts. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 605-224-7378.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
Every day you share personal information about yourself with others. You may write a check, charge fuel, rent a car, mail your tax return, schedule a doctor's appointment, or post something on social media. Each transaction may share some sort of personal information such as bank or credit card account numbers, social security numbers, name, address, or phone number. There are unscrupulous individuals, identity thieves, targeting these routine transactions trying to gain your information to commit fraud. If you think someone has stolen your identity, contact Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986.
South Dakota Attorney General's Office and their Consumer Protection Division. They give us the law on the court tonight. That is the naming of the game officials. Our game officials licensed by the South Dakota High School Activities Association to officiate high school basketball, and we thank them for doing what is very oftentimes and too many times a thankless job in officiating high school sports. Tonight's game officials are Adam Kellenberger, Jim Ricketts Jr., and Lee Taylor. Our game officials, the guys in stripes. Adam Kellenberger, Jim Ricketts Jr., Lee Taylor. Thanks, guys, for being our law on the court. Brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Consumer Protection Division. We're tipping it off in 30 seconds. Our opening tip brought to you by Comtech in Pierre. This is Pierre Governor Basketball.
Comtech has your technology solutions. Check out their showroom located right off the truck route on Irwin Street. Come in and see what you've been missing. A large selection of TVs, sound systems, and smart speakers, PCs, desktops, and tablets, home and business security and telecommunication systems. Comtech is your all-in-one solution for any technology needs. Wishing all athletes the best of luck in today's competition. Comtech. Come see what you've been missing.
Comtech Communication and Electronic Sales and Service in Pierre gives us our opening tip. The girls' game on KGFX. Brian Oakland here with a play-by-play, and here we go. An old 3AA rivalry renewed. The Pierre Governors against the Mitchell Kernels here from the world's only Corn Palace. Gavin Hinker of the Mitchell Kernels, a little bit taller than Eladio Simmental. The Kernels will control the opening tip. Kernels in home white with black numbers and gold trim, and we've already got a foul called as Lincoln Dilgis and Gavin Hink are battling in the middle. Foul goes to Lincoln Dilgis just 11 seconds into this contest. Once again, the Kernels in white with the black numbers and gold trim. The Governors are in road black tonight with the green numbers and white trim. They'll head near court to far as we're up on the end. In one corner, you can see the vantage point if you watch this one at drgnews.com. Kernels work the basketball around well, but Eladio Simmental tips a pass, takes it away. Up the far sideline, driving, tries a reverse, and it's up and good. Simmental, pretty scoop with the right hand as he twisted his wrist back around and got it to go from the left side. Governors strike first, they lead 2-0. Kernels will come far court to near. They're right down below us. Colton Smith, top of the key on his right side. Back over to Marcus Talley. Now Parker Mandel. He'll fire a three. This one's no good. Olsen will come in and take the rebound. And the Governors will head the other way. As the Govs go right to left, Olsen, he'll find Dawson Getz, and Getz will rattle one home. Governors fired up, they score the first 5, and Riker Kreitzfeldt, who wanted to limit Dawson Getz's three-point touches to 2 or less, 2 points made, or three-pointers made, we should say. So far, that's not happening. Olsen will catch an air ball from Colton Smith on a baseline attempt. Olsen going the distance, no good, but it's kept alive underneath by Simmental, however, as he tries to get it back to Olsen on the Mitchell Kernel bench side. That pass gets away and it's out of bounds, and already Coach Kreitzfeldt wants a full timeout here. 6:28 to go, quarter number 1, just a minute and a half in. It's 5-0 Governors. Timeouts are brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre. We pause for 60 seconds. This is Pierre Governor basketball.
But we're big on you.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre, or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Or chronic disease management, the friendly staff at Access Health stands ready to serve you. At Access Health, your family will receive the high-quality, personal, customized medical care that you deserve without the wait. Access Health, where you are our priority. Contact your local Access Health clinic today.
Back at the Corn Palace as the Kernels needed to get settled down, and they do with a three-pointer out on the left side. Far side to our right, Landon Solik will rain one in from the wing as we welcome you back to our coverage of Pierre Governor basketball. Just 2 minutes in. Again, timeouts in our broadcast sponsored by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre. Here's Dawson Getz, penetration toward the baseline, but a kickback to Luke Olsen with 15 on the shot clock. He gets it to Simmental. Dribble is controlled, actually knocked away by Colton Smith. Olsen trying to go get it, but it's high up in the air and he'll lose it out of bounds. So the Governors will turn it over now for the second straight possession, and Mitchell has a chance to tie it back up or take the lead early on here. 5:45, we're counting down in the first quarter. Mitchell will work it inside. They'll play inside out quite a bit. They don't shoot a lot of threes, but now they're attempting their third of the night. Mandel is no good this time, however. Sawyer Sonnenschein has the rebound. The Governors heading in the other direction. Near court to far once again. Pierre is in road black tonight instead of the greens. Yeah, now we've got a hold called. Coach Kreitzfeldt on that Mitchell bench was maybe vehemently asking for something, even though maybe he was just trying to direct traffic on his own defense, but there is a foul called on the Kernels, and it goes to Landon Solik. That's his first. The inbound goes out top. Sawyer Sonnenschein for three. He saw it's off mark, and he'll run it down. He'll save it back into the hands of Dawson Getz. Good hustle there for Sonnenschein off of a bad miss from a three-point effort. Pierre will retool. Top of the key, Sonnenschein will hand off. Here's Olsen against Talley. That is a fun matchup to watch here tonight. Olsen tries the crossover. Talley is there defensively. Now back to Simmental against Colton Smith. Here is Sonnenschein. Fakes the pass, he gets it to Olsen. Now a corner three, that one dances across, it's no good. It's Colton Smith down with the rebound, and the Kernels heading in this direction. Still 5-3 Governors. Sonnenschein trying to hound Smith with the basketball. He gets it up top to Solik. Now over to our right, Mitchell's left. And Mandel down low to Hinker, but it's knocked away. Out of bounds it goes off of Dawson Getz, and our first substitutions will come with 4:31 to go, quarter number one. It is Solik and Mandel out, and Owen Rammel, a 6'1 sophomore, and Sutton Thompson, a 6'1 senior, will check in for the Kernels. And Eladio Simmental now checking out in place of Carter Schuffelbein, the 5'10 sophomore, for the Govs. Pierre scored the first five. Mitchell has the next three on the board, but scoring has slowed so far here with 3.5 minutes gone by. In quarter number one, Sutton Thompson picks his dribble up. Sonnenschein hounds him. The ball gets away, and Luke Olsen picks it up. And heading the other way, he'll get a nudge. And a push from behind. Foul on the floor is the second team foul to the Kernels, and this one goes to Owen Rammel, who just checked into the game. I don't know if that steal goes to Olsen, or maybe even if Sonnenschein had knocked it away from the ball handler, but Pierre has their second takeaway. Still with a 5-3 lead. Deep three, Dawson hits it. From Olsen on the give, Dawson with 2 bombs so far. And the Governors have their 8-3 lead, their 5-point lead replenished. Here's Olsen against Thompson, right side, down below to Smith. There's Gavin Hinker. Nice feed by Smith. Hinker up with authority and a one-handed throwdown for the 6'5 senior. 8-5 now. Here's Olsen to Sonnenschein down the left side of the lane, and it's up and good. Sawyer Sonnenschein got in among the trees, but he was quick enough to get the scoop to go. And it's 10-5 Govs. Under 3.5 to play, quarter number one. Sutton Thompson to Colton Smith. Well, he tried to get maybe an alley-oop, but this one bounds off the rim. He had too much on that one. Thompson couldn't save it, and it's out of bounds. Technically, we'll have to go with a turnover on that one. Unless Colton Thompson wants, Colton Smith rather, wants a missed shot in the stats. We'll go with a turnover, number 3. 3:15 left. Governors have it back again. Right side with it, Sonnenschein. Eladio Simmental checks back in. He'll penetrate a bit, find Olsen out in the left corner. Back to Simmental. He gets around Smith. He'll lay it up and in. Good first step there for Eladio Simmental, and the Governors open up a 7-point lead. It's 12-5. 3 minutes and counting down, quarter number one. Smith penetrating. There's Hinker again. He tried to get another dunk. It's no good. He catches it, and now Simmental induces a jump ball, and the Governors will get the takeaway. Gavin Hinker, he threw one down with one hand a moment ago. This time, he just couldn't quite get there. He was high enough, but he was too far away from the basket to be able to put it down. Now he'll check out. And Mandel is back. I've given him an offensive rebound, but still a turnover as the Governors induce that jump ball. Pierre looking to add to a 12-5 lead. Good start for the Govs, but remember, especially with the Govs, it's a 32-minute game. Here's Olsen. He got around, but a nice reach in, and Olsen will lose it out of bounds. That was Owen Rammel. Olsen got around Marcus Talley with the help of a screen. He had an open lane, it looked like, on the left side. However, Rammel gets a hand in there, knocks the dribble loose, and then Olsen loses it out of bounds. Kernels go inside to Smith, and there from point-blank range, an extra pass fed to Sutton Thompson. He'll put it up and in. Colton Smith with a couple of assists. This kid's seems, in my opinion, to be a scorer first, but he's been more about the passing game so far. Doing a good job. 12-7. And now miscommunication between Olsen and Getz. You don't see that very often. The Governors commit their 4th turnover. Pass went out of bounds on the other end of the floor. 2:05 to go off of the inbound. Kernels heading in our direction once again. To our right, this is Mandel. He'll drive to the low block. That's closed off. Now Sutton Thompson back to Smith. And Mandel again. Thompson wants three in the corner, and it's good. Sutton Thompson off the bench now with the last 5 in the game. And the Kernels are back within 2. The Governors had a 7-point lead a short time ago at 12-5. Now 12-10. Here goes Simmental with a nice spin move in the top of the key. He'll drive and score his second basket. Actually his third. Eladio with 6. And the Governors add their lead to 4 again. Here's Talley. Simmental guarding him. Thompson, 3-ball, closed off by Dawson Getz. Up to Talley again it goes. Kernels do use a lot of the shot clock on a number of occasions. Inside Smith, outside Mandel. The shot clock has 10 to go here for the Kernels. Inside to Rammel, block shot. Dawson Getz, it's out of bounds. Getz and Rammel exchanging a couple of pleasantries. Getz will check out as Lincoln Dilgis is back in for the Governors. It's still Mitchell basketball, but they've only got 5 seconds left here to get a shot up and draw some iron. Here's Talley backing off against Caden Aharts. Talley fires, it grazes the rim, loose ball. It'll be collected as it was short. Sutton, Carter Shufflebine with the rebound. That's the first shot attempt of the night for Marcus Talley. And Colton Smith himself has only attempted 1. Olsen almost loses it. He gets it to Aharts, and now the Governors, thanks to over pursuit, have an Aharts layup attempt, but this one a little too strong, no good. Rammel rebounds for the Kernels. 16-10 Governors. Mitchell can play for the last shot of the quarter. 23 seconds counting down. Shot clock off. A good start for the Governors. A defensive stop would be a good close to a good first quarter if you're Pierre. Down to the corner again. Mandel picks it up. 8 seconds. Here comes Talley, and he'll draw a foul on the floor. And this might be Caden Aharts. Not a bad foul for Aharts, even though he didn't intend to commit. But 6 seconds left in the first period as the Govs try to keep a 6-point lead. They'll inbound to Colton Smith. He'll fake the handoff back to Talley. Kick it out, and at the corner 3, no good. Smith put it back up and in, but rightly they wave it off a little bit late. And on the end, on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard at the end of 1 quarter of play, it's the Governors 16 and the second-ranked Mitchell Kernels 10. Scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. As we pause for 60 seconds, quarter number 2 is next. This is Pierre Governor basketball.
Sense of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Here, drive sober or get pulled over.
Welcome back to the Corn Palace. Brian Oakland with you on a Friday night. 16-10, the Governors on 6 of 10 shooting have the lead, but Mitchell has the ball. On the alternating possession to begin our second quarter of play, Kernels hit 4 of 11 and 2 of 6 from outside the arc. The Governors 2 for 4 from distance. Governor defense in the faces of the Kernels. They have to move it inside, outside. They've done a good job with that. Now contact on the floor. Sonnenschein hits the deck, but he's back up defending again. Deep 3 here, Talley. Left, our left, their right, no good, but there is Gavin Hinker battling for the offensive board. He'll put it back up and in. And again, chewing the shot clock up. Kernels get a late attempt, but their offensive rebound prowess is what's going to keep them in games, and well, it's helped them win a lot of games. Here's Olsen still dribbling, trying to drive, penetrate. Actually, the shot might have been altered. Colton Smith down with the rebound as Olsen missed it off the side of the backboard. He remains scoreless. It's 16-12. Pierre with a minute gone by in the second period. There's another one inside to Olsen. From Olsen to Gavin Hinker. He'll throw it down with a one-hander also. Second time. And Mitchell with the first 4 of the quarter. They're back within 2, 16-14. Here goes Shufflebein, little penetration, kick out to Olsen. Talley will defend and negate the progress into the lane. Olsen now finds Dawson Getz. Back to Luke again. Crosses over. Penetration to Dilgis. Dilgis drives, contact from Hinker, but the shot no good. They are letting him play tonight. Hinker down with the rebound. Mitchell has a chance to tie or take the lead again. Has another chance. They haven't led in this game yet. There's a pass inside as Getz interrupts it. Olsen unable to handle it. The Governors will take it away. Turnover number 5 now up ahead, and the Governors will be fouled on the floor. Shufflebein ended up with the basketball, and they'll call this one on Hinker, it looks like, and Gavin Hinker's first personal. First foul for either team of the second quarter. Only had 4 fouls total, 2 for each team in that first period. Here is Getz taking the inbound through traffic. Sonnenschein thinks about it, then pulls the trigger from 18 feet. He comes up short. Smith catches it on the fly. Here comes Talley with a penetration. The kick out to Landon Solik. Back to Talley. He wants 3 and he hits it. Patience there, and Marcus Talley finally hits his first shot of the night, and Mitchell takes their first lead. They've scored 7 unanswered, and it's 17-16. Getz wants an answer. 3-pointer this time, no good. The Governors battle for the board, but the save by Dilgis is into the hands of Caden Hinker. Here comes the Kernels again. Actually, that's Gavin Hinker, presumably the younger brother of Caden Hinker, who was an All-Stater a few years ago. Now we've got a blocking foul on the Govs in this one, and Luke Olsen will pick up his first personal. Sensing a lot of emotion on the benches in particular. The Governors really want to have a good showing against one of the top teams in the state here. They got off to a great start, but the second period is being controlled by the Kernels. Here is Getz as he will foul Hinker off of the inbound. Dawson might have tweaked his thumb a little bit. Hinker misses the bunny, but he'll go to the free throw line. Hinker broke free. Officials just making sure Dawson's all right. Good job there. And Hinker will go to the free throw line. We'll have our first free throw attempts of the evening. Dawson gets his first personal foul. Hinker hits the free throw. He has 7 points so far. Shufflebein will check out. It's Eladio Simmental back in. Mitchell on an 8-0 run with the potential for one more here. Hinker's free throw is good again. And Gavin Hinker, Coach Riker Kreitzfeld said he's gotten a lot better, and I can attest to that. He was not a major weapon for this Kernel team from a year ago, but he has become a power and a force in the middle of the lane. 19-16, the last 9 for the Kernels. To start our second quarter of play, we're 3 minutes in. Here's Eladio Simmental. Governors have the shot clock down to 10 as Olsen feeds inside to Getz, and he'll take a push. Fadeaway shot, no good, but they're calling this foul on the floor. And Landon Solik will pick up his second personal for Mitchell. So the Governors get a new shot clock. At the very least, Olsen to inbound. He'll get it out top to Lincoln Dilgis. To the right side, it goes to Getz. Olsen playing keep away against Talley. Taking this pass, Talley ends up draped over the top of Luke Olsen, and that'll be a foul for Marcus Talley. So another throw in underneath coming for Pierre. 4:48 to play. Actually, they'll take this one to the side. As we look up the sideline here. Getz gets it in. Olsen will give it back. Now Olsen down to the left wing. Give and go. Right back to Dawson Getz. It's on the board and in. Dawson gets his first 2 of the night. He's got 2 threes. He'll register 8 points to this spot, and it's a 4.5 minute left in the second period situation. Fumbled pass as they enter it into Hinker. Getz with the pickup. Governors looking to take the lead back. Olsen stops on the baseline. Now Simmental bobbles the pass, but he gets it and gets it to Dawson Getz. It's a lot of Getzes, but we'll play on. Simmental drives, shot blocked by Colton Smith. Up ahead, and the scoop no good by Sutton Thompson. A little too much on that one. Sawyer Sonnenschein running it down. Now up the other way. Olsen loses a handle on this one. Thompson up ahead to Talley. His scoop is good this time. Turnovers back to back to back, and Mitchell able to get a Marcus Talley layup to send the Governors into a timeout situation with 3:51 to go in the second quarter. It's the Kernels up now 21-18. We'll take a 30-second Coca-Cola break, and we're back with more Pierre Governor basketball.
Ready to gain an edge in your career? Tide Machinery's Service Technician Apprenticeship Program is designed for anyone wishing to become a diesel mechanic working on Case IH equipment through full-time, on-the-job training. Enjoy hands-on work experience, learn from factory-trained service experts, and apply your knowledge from school directly to your work with this unique program opportunity. Become a titan in the industry and grow with a dealership that invests in you at Tide Machinery, Highmore, Miller, and Pierre, your local Case IH dealer. Visit TitanMachinery.com/careers to learn more.
The best to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union press box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
I tell you what, a lot of contact, but a clean block shot from Hinker. Out of bounds it'll go. And Pierre will still have it. He'll get it in to Dilges. Up to Sonnenschein here. Olsen quickly back in. Hinker knocks one away to the corner also. Or yet again. Dilges will find Caden Aharts. He checked in out of the timeout. Dawson Getz not on the floor. Olsen's going to have to fire a long one with 5 seconds left. No good, and Dilges with an offensive rebound, blocked again on a windmill swat. Mitchell comes away with it. Talley will set it up. Here's Colton Smith firing a 3 and hitting it. That one from the right corner. Colton Smith hasn't really tried to score much, but if he starts shooting, then boy, the Kernels could get in a real rhythm, especially if he starts making them. 24-18, and now Smith will get a steal away from Simmental. Up ahead, Smith, and he loses his footing, and Colton Smith is down. We hope this isn't serious, but meanwhile, the Governors have to go the other way. The officials will stop the play. And Colton Smith, the way he went down, folks, his knee looked like it just buckled on him. I don't believe he got tripped up by a Governor defender. He's trying to walk it off. Now, normally when the play goes the other way, you wouldn't necessarily stop the clock, but this is interesting that they have to stop the clock, yet Colton Smith stays in the ball game. 2:35 to go, second quarter. Governors trail by 6. Here's Sonnenschein back to Simmental, on line for 3, but a little bit strong off the back of the rim. Owen Rammel will rebound. Now Smith has it back. Quick fire inside. He's looking for Thompson. There were several hands that touched the ball. The last one apparently wearing a black jersey, and it'll stay with the Kernels. But again, if you need to stop the clock for an injured player to get off the floor, yet he walks it off, and the play going the other way, I'm a little surprised that they allow that player to stay in the basketball game. Of course, here at a timeout, he'd probably be back in there anyway, or at a play stoppage. Meanwhile, we're back at it. 2:20 to go. Kernels looking to add to a 6-point lead. Here's Thompson on the top of the key. Owen Rammel to Smith. He eyes a 3, but he pulls it down. Now gives it to Thompson. That's a 3-ball top of the key, no good. And Aharts with the rebound gets hit hard by Hinker. That'll be a Governor rebound. And they've got the basketball. Hinker will pick up his second personal foul. Team foul number 4 for Mitchell. 2:04 to play. The Governors will be in the bonus on into halftime. Colin Weir checks in. 6'4" sophomore on for the first time for the Kernels tonight. Here come the Governors with Olsen setting things up. Here having one of those quarters where things just don't go their way. They've only scored 1 bucket as we're under 2 minutes to go. Simmental backing in, trying to make the moves. Colton Smith will block that one away, out of bounds. Smith with 4 inches of height, but maybe some long arms as well. Getting the better end of that battle. Still 16 on the shot clock. Now Simmental takes the Olsen pass, and again, the Kernels get a hand on it. In fact, it was Rammel who got one on the inbound to make things a little more difficult on the inbound play. Another throw in from the baseline, right side. Olsen will lob it out to the right wing. This is Dawson Getz. Now back to Olsen, 10 on the shot clock. Governors have to be aware. Olsen crosses over. The floater from the free throw line is no good as Dill just battles. He says Mitchell's the last to touch, but it will be Mitchell basketball. Think back to Saturday, that third quarter when Sioux Falls Lincoln ran away from the Govs. That's happened on a number of occasions against very good teams, very good opponents on the Pierce schedule. Right now, it's the Kernels owning the second period. Bobbled pass by Weir in the paint. It's picked up, however, off the floor by Owen Rammel. Mitchell keeps the possession. Here's Colin Smith again. And now we've got an offensive foul and a moving screen just before Marcus Talley hit a 3. And Weir with the personal foul. His first. Mitchell will turn it over for the 7th time tonight, but with 1:07 left, boy, the Governors need something positive to happen from a scoring standpoint as we approach halftime. A little conversation between Coach Kusler and one of the officials, but Coach is nodding it off, and we're at it again. Getz to Simmental again, trying against Colton Smith to drive, but he kicks it back out. Got it back, now finds Dilgis. Here's Dawson Getz. Getz with a step back, 3 not available. It's inside to Dilgis. Baseline jumper is good. Lincoln Dilgis with his first basket. That's a big one for the Governors. They're back within 4, 24-20. Kernels can essentially play for a last shot. There's a couple of seconds between the shot clock and game clock. Shot clock now down to 20. Rammel setting it up top of the key against Caden Aharts. Over to Sutton Thompson. Now Rammel on the baseline. Again, he'll kick it out. Weir wants 3, and he's got it. Colin Weir off the bench. That is the 5th 3 of the game for a Mitchell team who says they don't hit a lot of threes. And now Olsen in the paint tries to feed underneath the Dawson Getz. That's out of bounds. It's a turnover. And Mitchell has 2.2 seconds to go the length of the floor. Thompson with the inbound. A quick fire on a long one by Smith is actually blocked by Dawson Getz. And the ball will come harmlessly to a stop at half court. But the Kernels come from behind, and they'll take a 7-point lead into the halftime locker room break. Your score on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, it's Mitchell 27, the Pierre Governors 20. That's a 17-4 advantage to the Mitchell Kernels in the second period. Scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre, and we pause for 3 minutes. Halftime is coming up. Halftime, a service of Wealth Partners, Ameriprise Financial on East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. This is Pierre Governor Basketball on River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
Dakota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses. And quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Our hash mark over the middle and wide open at the 30-yard line. Carter shuffle by and touchdown. Here's Olson, plenty of time, 3 seconds, gets to shoot, and it's good for 3.
From football, volleyball, and soccer to basketball, wrestling, and softball, follow the Pierre Governors on the official voice of the Govs, River 92.7, and also on the River 92.7 page of the DRG News smartphone app and drgnews.com.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
Is a demonstration.
Scott Darnell with Lee Real Estate in Pierre is ready to help you find your dream home. There are 10 things you need to do to buy or sell your home. Number 1, call him at 605-220-2676, and he'll handle the other 9. As your resident realtor on a bike, he will make buying or selling your home feel like a walk in the park, not an Ironman triathlon. Find him on Facebook or email Scott@LeeRealEstatePier.com. Lee Real Estate and Scott are proud sponsors of Central South Dakota Youth Sports and Events broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Dakota Pro Air is a locally family-owned business that has been taking care of farmers' aerial needs since 2020. With locations in Letcher and Miller, Dakota Pro Air is able to provide service to a large area. Ground conditions too wet, or just don't want those sprayer tracks in your field? Give Dakota Pro Air a call for all your chemical and fertilizer application needs at 605-248-2314.
Olson Plumbing in Pierre provides complete plumbing and drain cleaning services to commercial and residential customers. Olson Plumbing understands how the simple things in life are often the things we can't live without, and running water is the top of the list. Olson Plumbing offers 24/7 emergency services, and they can be at your location in under an hour in most cases. If you need help with your plumbing system, call Olson Plumbing 605-224-6436.
You asked for it. Nonstop flights between Pierre and Minneapolis. Now you can book nonstop flights from Pierre to Minneapolis and Denver on Denver Air Connection. 1-hour flights on 50-passenger jets with fares starting at just $119 one way. Seats are limited and restrictions apply. Business, pleasure, a game, a winter getaway. It's easy when you fly from Pierre. Visit DenverAirConnection.com/Expedia to book your trip today. Skip the drive. Fly from Pierre Regional Airport. Minneapolis flights begin November 30th.
In a world that's always moving, your journey matters. And at Iverson Auto Group, we're here to get you on the road with a great selection of new and used vehicles and trailers, and keep you on the road with top-notch service, maintenance, and support. Every mile of your journey, the experienced team at Iverson Auto in Mitchell and Huron are here to help. Visit us in Mitchell and Huron or start your search at iversonauto.com to begin your journey today.
At Jan Bussey Ford & Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford & Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Being local means more than being just another small-town business. It means showing up for our
Back
members.
to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Back at it here, the Governors with the opening possession of the second half, trailing 27-20. Opening possession brought to you by Comtech in Pierre. Here's Dawson Getz starting things up the way the Governors really need him to. That's a 3-ball from the left corner to our right, and Pierre off and running in the second half of play. 27-23, Kernels on the other end of the floor will kick one out as Landon Solik wants 3. That's no good, and Olsen battling for a rebound, but Smith over the top of him will knock it away and out of bounds. Mitchell will come up empty on their first possession of the third period. Governors now heading towards us here. Black jerseys tonight with the green numbers and trim. Luke Olsen, Dawson Getz, Eladio Simmental, Sawyer Sonnenschein, Lincoln Dilgis, the starters in there for Pierre. Against Colton Smith and Marcus Talley. Standouts for the Kernels. Here's Sawyer Sonnenschein putting an elbow jumper up, but it's no good. Gavin Hinker down with the rebound. That one rimmed in and out for Sonny. Kernels head the other way. Landon Solik and Parker Mandel are the other two in the starting 5 for the Kernels. Left to right. Talley to Solik, down to Mandel. He'll bring it back out. Mandel wearing some knee hardware on the right side, coming back off of a torn ACL. Nice baseline drive. Smith misses once, gets his own rebound, but he misses twice. And Dawson Getz pulls it down for the Governors. And now we've got a foul against the Kernels here. And that goes against Marcus Talley. Talley a little miffed by the call apparently, but he was battling with Olsen under the basket. Luke Olsen will inbound from the sideline. 6:20 to go on the inbound, and Dawson Getz dribbles one off of his heel. He won't be able to get it back. It's out of bounds, and a bit of an unforced turnover by the Governors. Their first of the second half, their 8th in the game. 27-23, Pierre with a 3-pointer down so far to start the second half as we hit the 6:10 mark. See if the Governors can do what they were able to do in the third quarter the other night, and that is try to get Mitchell to call a timeout. That's what they did against Brookings, but Mitchell's a little bit better team, and they'll go to Gavin Hinker. He will score on a reverse, and a foul is called against Lincoln Dilgis. Dilgis' second personal. Hinker with 2 down on the floor, and the free throw to finish the 3-point play is good as well. So Pierre had a long 3-pointer. Mitchell gets a 3-pointer the old-fashioned way with 2 and 1, and they're back to a 7-point lead, 30-23. Olsen looking for space. He will scoop and score. First basket of the night for Luke Olsen. It comes here at the 5:48 mark of the third period. We'll see if he can do what he did on Tuesday night as well and try to take over a ball game as much as he can. He scored 11 points in the third quarter against Brookings Tuesday night. Now we've got a battle for the rebound. Getz is pushed over by Hinker. This off of a missed 3 by Landon Solik. Hinker disagrees with the call, but I really am surprised that, from what I saw on that, Dawson Getz just got pushed out of the play. So it's Governor basketball. Hinker will check out with his 3rd personal foul. That's the second for the Kernels here in the third period, who lead 30-25. Olsen with stop and go. He'll stop in the middle of the lane. Needs help. Finds Dilgis. Dilgis leans in, and a tough shot is up and good. From the middle of the paint, Lincoln Dilgis with his second basket, and it's 30-27. Govs are within 3 as we hit the 5-minute mark of quarter number 3. Solik to the right side. Owen Rammel, who checked in for Hinker. Getz battles for the rebound. He keeps it away from Colton Smith. That off the miss from the Rammel 3-pointer. And the Governors far court to near. Coming back in our direction. Sonnenschein fakes 3, gives it over to Simmental. He'll try one himself. Olsen comes in flying for an offensive rebound, but as he tries to get it back to Simmental, it's knocked away and out of bounds. Governors still with it. Already in the first few minutes of this third quarter, the quarter going better for the Govs and in relation to the way that second quarter went, and they only scored 4 points. Here's Sonnenschein to Getz up top. That won't go, and Smith will pull down the rebound for Mitchell. Dawson 3 out of 5 from outside the arc. Still a 3-point Kernel lead. Swinging around left side, Mandel left side up top. Sonnenschein eyeing him, but here is Solik looking for a three, his third try, but no good again, and Getz will take the rebound off the bounce. Solik 1 out of 4. Simmental spins, hang time, and it's good. Eladio Simmental with his 4th basket, and Pierre is back within 1 now, 30-29. Pierre led by 6 at the end of 1. Their biggest lead was 7 in the first period. Mitchell had a 7-point lead at halftime, and they've led by 7 again here in the second period. Another 3-ball for Solik is no good, but Olsen will lose it out of bounds apparently. He was battling with Rammel for a rebound. Sonnenschein will check out for the Governors. Caden Ahart's the first substitution for Pierre in this second half. 3:37 to play. Mitchell with a new shot clock will inbound up top, and Smith with room to shoot. He'll score. That over the top of Dawson Getz. Colton Smith with 6 points, but he's 2 for 2 from outside the arc. 0 for 3, oddly enough, from inside. Here comes Olsen against Talley as he pivots, and we'll have a jump ball called. Talley tied him up. That's a good defensive play for a future Augustana Viking, as we heard from Coach Brianna Kuzler, who was singing his praises a bit in our pregame conversation. That's a turnover for the Govs. Their 9th of the evening, 33-29. Mitchell by 4, and they'll get it inside to Smith. Low block, left side, tries to muscle his way in. Over the top, the jump hook over Dilgis, though, will not go. And the Governors coming back in this direction. Olsen tried to make a move, forgot the basketball, went back to get it. Gets over to Aharts, and now Dilgis trying to get a rebound. He looks at the official as if to say, did you see the push? But it'll be Mitchell basketball, and it looks like, nope, I was going to say timeout Govs, but it's just a substitution. As Carter Shufflebine will check in. Simmental catching a break. 2:50, counting down quarter number 3, 33-29. Mitchell with the lead on their home floor. This is the kind of game the Kernels have been playing all season long. A low-scoring game in many cases. Parker Mandel from point-blank range comes up short. The Governors are down with a rebound. Trying to get some offense going again. Getz fakes the 3, got Smith to fly by. Dawson steps in front of the arc, and he hits a 15-footer. 4-point deficit cut in half, now 33-31. Kernels slowly walk it across the other way. Near court to far, Sutton Thompson to Parker Mandel. Thompson just recently checked in. Here's Smith. He'll get doubled up. He tries to kick it back out, and there's nobody home. Lincoln Dilgis along with Luke Olsen converge around Colton Smith, and he just tried to get rid of it, assuming somebody was there to take the pass by the sideline. That's not the case. The Kernels turn it over, and then they'll ask for a timeout. With 2:03 to play third quarter, we've got a ball game, 33-31. Kernels by 2. This is a 60-second Coke break as you listen to Pierre Governor basketball.
When they need us, supporting the organizations that empower the next generation of community leaders and agriculturalists, and providing resources to help ensure the communities we live in are here for generations to come. At AgTegra Cooperative, local isn't just about where our locations are. It's about serving our farmers, our employees, and our communities in ways that nobody else will.
Hey Josie, why so glum, chum? I can't find a way to get my whole group to one spot without taking all these cars. You haven't heard of Denwall Transportation? They have luxury seating buses with air conditioning, outlets to charge your phone, and other must-haves for traveling. Whoa, no way! Yeah, you should check them out. Where can I find them? You can follow them on Facebook or denwalltransportation.com, or hey, let's give them a call at 605-532-3836. Denwall Transportation, let us do the driving.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
We're back in Mitchell. The Governors trail by 2 here. The Governor girls at home went on an 11-2 run to outscore the Kernels to take a 28-15 lead into halftime in our game that's on KGFX. Governors here looking for three from Dawson Getz. Left wing attempt here, no good. As Smith will pull down the rebound. Kernels head in the other direction with a 2-point advantage. Brian Oakland play-by-play. We've been looking forward to this one for a while, but Governors trying to keep pace with one of the top teams in South Dakota. Thompson for three on the other end, no good, and a loose ball. It'll go to the Governors as it's knocked away out of bounds. Sutton Thompson has a quirky delivery in his jump shot. It's a true jump shot. He'll shoot at the top of his leap, but it almost looks like a little kink in the wrist when he shoots it. But I saw him in warm-ups, and he's a pretty good shooter. The Governors have a pretty good point guard as well, and Luke Olson, he'll hesitate. Stop and go. Left side drive is good. He lays it up with a right hand. Folks, we are tied for the first time tonight. 33-33. We have had one lead change. Of course, Pierre had the early lead. And now we've got a foul on the other end of the floor. Gavin Hinker is rubbing the back of his head. Might have taken an elbow or something inadvertently. It's Dawson Getz with a personal foul, his second. The inbound comes up top to Marcus Talley. Shufflebein defending him. And now a kicked pass here as Getz sends it right back to Owen Rammel, and now Mitchell will inbound with 55 seconds to play here in the third period. Lob up top to Smith. He'll hand back off to Rammel, who comes to get it. See if Mitchell continues to play patiently, and now the Governors will interrupt a pass. Lincoln Dilgis on the lob from Smith. He was looking for Hinker. Dilgis knocked the pass off the backboard, and then the Kernels trying to get it back will knock it away out of bounds. That one came in traffic. That is the second turnover for the Kernels, though, in our second half of play. Pierre can regain the lead if they get something down this time. Backdoor cut. Dawson Getz doesn't handle the pass. Rammel was right there too. Olson with a little bit of zip on that one. It's a beautiful play when it works. It's a tough play to pull off in traffic, and it seemed like there was some of that. I think Getz may have got a little distracted by how many people might have been in the pattern there. Still 33-33. 20 seconds to play, quarter number 3. Kernels with it, and the shot clock is off. Here's Thompson down to Rammel in the corner, gets around Dilgis. The lob inside goes to Hinker. He'll reverse, and the shot is negated, but that's with the help of a foul called on the Governors, and this one whistled on Caden Ahart. Caden's second, so with 8.4 seconds left, Gavin Hinker to the free throw line. He's the only player in this game to attempt a free throw, and he's 3 for 3 so far. First one here is good. Gavin with a dozen points now. Mitchell back in front by 1 with another one pending. Second free throw this time will not go, and it stays with Mitchell. Dilgis says Colton Smith knocked it away from behind, but not the ruling, and the Kernels will have it back as they can try to get, in another manner of speaking, maybe a three-point play. Dilgis is in the passing lane here, though. He'll knock it away, and they'll just have to inbound from the other side of the lane on the baseline. 7.1 seconds to go. Third period. Governors have outscored the Kernels in this quarter. They'll get it into Smith. Ahart's defending. Smith starts left, goes back to the right, out of control. Shot no good. The Governors with a rebound, but no time to do anything with it from there. A defensive stop will do for now. As on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, it's Mitchell 34 and the Governors 33. At the end of 3, the scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. We pause for 60 seconds. Buckle up. The fourth quarter coming up. And you're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Now's your
Allied Plumbing and Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
The Kernels 13-7 in that third quarter of play. They'll start with all 5 starters here in the fourth quarter. As they try to take the lead, a Dilgis jumper is good. Lincoln Dilgis gives the Governors a 35-34 advantage. Pierre's first lead since the second quarter, after they led throughout the first period. 35-34 as mentioned, Mitchell's first possession. You'll get the feeling that already in this early portion of the fourth period, every possession is going to be more and more important. And now a pass thrown by Mandel to the knees of Colton Smith, and he's not able to handle it. He'll lose it out of bounds. 35-34, the Governors have a chance to advance on the lead now as we hit the 1 minute gone mark of quarter number 4. First pass from Luke Olson to Lincoln Dilgis, back to Ole. Talley right there with him. Olson picks it up, gets it to Dawson Getz. Here's Simmental, top of the key, tries to go around Smith. Smith swats the ball. It's loose, and as Mitchell was ready to come away with it, Landon Solik slides with the ball. He ends up on the sideline. And there is no possession gained, they say. So Pierre has 10 seconds on the inbound on the shot clock. Olson will fire. 3 ball here. It's no good. And Mandel gets the rebound. In fact, to Marcus Talley. Up the floor go the Kernels, and Talley will be fouled as he tried to go the distance. Dawson Getz, I believe, in the area. We'll check the signal, and it is Dawson's 3rd personal foul. We haven't had, again, a lot of whistles. Only Gavin Hinker for the Kernels, and now Dawson Getz for Pierre with 3 fouls to this point. Marcus Talley gets the shooter's touch, and his first free throw out of 2 is good. 5 points for Talley in that third period. And he just hit his 6th of the entire evening. Second free throw is also good. Mitchell, 6 out of 7 from the stripe. They'll take the lead back, 36-35. So another big possession here coming for the Governors. Talley knocks the dribble away from Olson, but it's out of bounds on the sideline. The one that we're looking straight up. Set up here in the corner, Brianna Kusler going to take a timeout to talk about a few things. Good time for that. You've got 4 left to use. 6:24 to go, quarter number 4. It's a 1-point Kernel lead as we pause for 60 seconds in this Coca-Cola timeout. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball.
And so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Protect what matters most with the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, American Family Insurance. Our personalized insurance solutions ensure you're covered, no matter what life throws your way. From home and auto to farm, commercial, and life, we tailor policies to fit your unique needs. With our dedicated team and exceptional service, you'll have peace of mind knowing you're in good hands. Contact the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Corn Palace, where they do serve Coke products here in Mitchell, 36-35. Governors with a basketball, but trailing by 1. 5 starters out there for the Governors. Claudio Simmental gets it to Luke Olson underneath. He'll kick it out. Now Sawyer Sonnenschein fires a three and hits it. Sonny with the big one right there. The Governors will take the lead, 38-36. Mitchell will go far near court to far. Mitchell in home white. Governors are in black. Sonnenschein against, of all people, Colton Smith. He'll get it over to Landon Solik. He's looking for three of his own. This one is no good, but another offensive rebound for the Kernels. And Gavin Hinker will go to the free throw line yet again. The foul here is on Sonnenschein. That's only his first. Somehow he got in among the trees, but he was out guarding on the perimeter. 6'5" Colton Smith as well. Hinker comes up short this time. He'll get another one. Here on top, 38-36. Governor Girls in good situation. They lead by 18 early in the third quarter, 33-15 that game on KGFX. Gavin Hinker good on the second one. We've got a 1-point ball game, 38-37. Still a lot of time left, so a lot of things can happen. 38-37 here. As mentioned, it's Olson bringing it up the floor for the Governors. Getz will try to take Talley out of the play. Now it's Olson against Landon Solik here as Colton Smith will tie him up. Olson on a pivot move. Spun right into the area of Colton Smith. He went right after it and a jump ball called, and Mitchell has the arrow. So it's another loss of possession for the Governors, the second time here in this second half that Pierre has lost a possession due to a held ball. Mitchell can take the lead again. It's Smith on the outside right. Talley gets a man in the air. Simmental flies by Marcus. Talley slices and dices through defenders, and the left-handed dominant player put one up and in with his right hand. Pretty play for a future collegiate player in Marcus Talley. 39-38, Kernels. Simmental, fade away, jumper is short, and Talley had it. Now Dilges has it, and he'll be run over. This will be a foul on the Kernels. It'll turn into an offensive rebound for Lincoln Dilges. Fouls still have a long way to go. 4:47 to play. Mitchell just committed their first personal or first team foul in the fourth. However, it is the fourth personal for the big man in the middle, Gavin Hinker, and he'll stay in there for the time being. Governors on the inbound with a fresh shot clock. Sonnenschein to Simmental, up and over the top of Talley. He comes up short. That was a contested shot. Colton Smith down with the rebound. Unfortunately, the Governors come up empty and still trail by one. Here's Landon Solik up top. Out to the wing, left side to Smith. Inside, they'll go to Hinker. He gets around Getz. That's up and good. And the Kernels lead by 3. Gavin Hinker with a ball game. He leads all scorers with 15. Getz leads the Governors with 13. Pierre trailing by 3. Dilges, high arcing 15-footer off the right elbow here. No good. And Talley will claim the rebound. Dilges a good shooter from that range. He's hit 3 out of 7 tonight, though. He's got 6 points. Past the halfway point of our quarter number 4 here at the Corn Palace. Colton Smith up to the top of the key. Now to Parker Mandel. Smith asks for it, gets it back, but he doesn't shoot. Now he will. Left wing, 3-ball, it's good. Smith shoots when he wants to, and he shoots when he feels that he has to. And he's a perfect 3 for 3 from outside the arc. A 6-point advantage now to the Kernels. Here's Olson working on Talley. Back to Simmental. Nice pass. This is off the glass and good. It's a 3 for 2 swap in favor of the Kernels, but the Governors get a big basket nonetheless. 3:10 to play. We've got a 4-point game. Riker Kreitzfeld will ask for a timeout here. 3:08 left in the fourth quarter. Mitchell 44, Pierre 40, a Coca-Cola break in the action. Let's pause for 30 seconds and we're back with more Pierre Governor basketball.
Best of luck in today's competition to the Pierre Governors from Black Sheep Agronomy, your local agronomy experts. Black Sheep Agronomy wants you to have a successful farm plan, and they're focused on products and practices that work in this region. As community members themselves, Tyler, Tice, and Austin support area students who work hard in their school and extracurricular activities. Good luck, Governors from Black Sheep Agronomy. Call 842-6104 for all your agronomy needs.
Stay in a beautiful...
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Yes, and this is hard for me to talk about, of our good friend Kim Davis, middle school teacher, but always the lady in the referee's shirt running the scorebook at Riggs High Gym, passed away unexpectedly yesterday morning, the age of 57 years young. And, you know, a lot of people talk about angels getting their wings, or people getting their angel wings when they pass away. This is a true angel. And when you talk about teachers, when you lose teachers, people who mean so much in the lives of so many young people, folks, I tell you, this one hurts. And it hurts bad. Hopefully Kim Davis can help the Governors come from behind here in somehow, some way, as we wish the best, and our deepest condolences to Kim's daughters, grandchildren, and all of her friends and family. God bless you, Kim. Thanks for everything. Back at it out of the Coca-Cola timeout. We've got 3 minutes left in regulation. By the way, the Governor girls playing for Kim Davis tonight. They are blowing out the Kernels still in the third quarter at Riggs High Gym. Here we'll continue the play as Colton Smith looks inside for Hinker. Pair of 6'5" guys. Colton Smith, by the way, is noticeably hobbling on a sore ankle. But we've got a foul on that entry pass to Lincoln Dilgis. It's his third personal. Dilgis and Getz have 3 each, but Mitchell gets a fresh shot clock with that foul. Tally inbounds, he finds Solik. Up top, it's Colton Smith. He's 4 for 4. From the top of the key this time, and Colton Smith gives the Kernels, for the third time tonight, their biggest lead at 7. Cubs will reset back with Olsen. Up top, trying to direct traffic. He tells Dilgis, get out of the way. He goes to the other side of the lane. Meanwhile, right wing with it, Dawson gets. Simmental's going to be given space. He'll fire at 3, but it's no good. Hinker down with a rebound. Up ahead, there's Smith, and Dawson gets. Will make sure he doesn't score, and this is an intentional foul called. Well, the crowd's going to love it. I'll be honest with you, it was a hard foul for Dawson Getz, and I don't disagree with the call. Getz, he's surprised by it. Coach Kusler, she's not happy about this call. Smith was going on a reverse, and Getz, well, yeah, he was trying to block the shot from over the top, but it just was a harder foul than it needed to be. And Smith gets 2 shots. Mitchell will get the basketball afterward as well. 2:12 to play, an 8-point lead. The first one is good. And the second one, there was a whistle that blew as Colton Smith shot his second free throw. And now I think Brianna Kusler's just been teed up. Mitchell fans are continuing to love this. BK is really is trying to say her piece. Here's Tally to shoot tech shots. Colton Smith went 2 for 2. It's 49-40. Tally misses the first one. He'll get another one. Alone on the lane, and this one is good, and Mitchell leads by 10. 50-40. Of course, the Kernels will keep the basketball. I think Brianna Kusler is saying, you know, things she's probably saying that they should be called the same on both ends, and I think she's got something to say about that. It has been a pretty well officiated game overall, and as always, we certainly appreciate the job that the officials do. Here's a 3 for Smith. That one might have been partially blocked, though, by Dawson Getz. Olsen comes down with the rebound. He wants to win the race, and Solik is going to be called for a foul. As Luke Olsen tried to win the race. Hey, if this is a makeup call, maybe, so be it. But Landon Solik looked like he might have made a pretty good play. Meanwhile, it's Luke Olsen at the free throw line. Here will need free throws. They'll need points, however they can get them here, as we're under 2 minutes to play. 1:51 to go. Olsen's first one here. This is the first free throw attempt of the night for the Governors. And Luke Olsen hits it. He's got another one, and maybe that's another part of the frustration That led to a technical foul a moment ago for Coach Brianna Kuzler. Second one is good. Here back within 8, 50-42. They need a defensive stop, but the Governors let a long pass go all the way to the front court on the inbound. Solik, he probably could have taken it to the basket, but he elects to choose some time instead. Here's Parker Mandel, free throw line. Down low, up top. A lot of catch being played by the Kernels. And they are going to bleed the shot clock as much as they can. Sawyer Sonnenschein trying to knock one away from Smith. Smith finds Mandel. Outside the arc, back to Talley. Fakes a three. Inside the paint. Now outside Smith. This one no good. Bodies on the floor. And it is a foul on the Kernels as Smith came up short from the right wing this time. Foul situation, by the way. Mitchell's picking up their third as a team, and this is the final one for Gavin Hinker, who's played a heck of a ball game. So he will be dismissed. He'll finish with 15 points. Still the team leader for the Kernels. Mitchell leads 50-42. 1:10 to play. Governors need a bucket here. Olsen goes against the Simmental screen, drives, and Talley will strip him of the basketball again. As the Kernels take it away. Turnover number 12. There's a give inside, and Smith got pushed, but he didn't get a call this time. Oddly enough, up ahead to Dilgis, but the pass is stolen by Talley. 2 straight steals for Marcus Talley, and the Governors are going to have to foul if they want to stop the clock. Smith has it. They'll trap him there, but he'll just throw it over the top of everybody to Marcus Talley, and now Olsen will run over Talley and stop the clock with 19 seconds on the shot clock, 33 left in the game. And this will send Marcus Talley to the free throw line for the double bonus. Olsen's second free throw, so time certainly not the friend of the Pierre Governors here. And a timeout will be taken by Coach K and the Governors. 33 seconds to go, 50-42. Let's make some business happen with our good sponsors. We're back in 60 seconds. The Kernels at the free throw line when we come back with more Governor basketball.
Beautiful Black Hills vacation home, the Summit on Dancing Sky near Leeds, South Dakota, in the popular Powder House Pass development. It's a modern rustic design with over 5,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, and 5 baths for you to enjoy. You'll get gorgeous views of the Terry Peak Mountain Range. There's a community pool to enjoy, and you're close to all the attractions like Deadwood, Sturgis, Spearfish, and a whole lot more. The Summit on Dancing Sky. Visit them at DancingSky.com.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Another Coca-Cola timeout as Mitchell again stands at the free throw line. Marcus Talley to shoot 2. This is a bonus situation. First one is good. The second one is swished as well. And Talley, like Colton Smith, both coming to life here in the second half. The biggest lead of the night, once again, matched at 10 for Mitchell. Talley still playing tight defense, knocks pass away on the far sideline, out of bounds. Olsen will take it back on the inbound, penetrates, tries to lean in, shot is up, and somehow it goes, and the Governors will get a timeout. Luke Olsen's had a tough night, but he just scored his 7th and 8th points of the evening. Timeout to Pierre, 52-44, but only 21 seconds left. Let's pause for 30 seconds this time. A Coke break as you listen to Pierre Governor basketball.
Getting ready to head out to the game or getting back afterwards? DJ Senix is a must before or after your travels. DJ Senix has a great selection of hot and cold snacks. They're second to none for your choice of hot or cold beverages too. And when you're heading out, be sure to fuel up with quality from the pumps at DJ's with 3 different grades: Back Late, No problem. DJ's features pay at the pump convenience 24 hours a day. DJ Senix, 507 West Sioux and Pierre. Your choice for quality service and selection.
At Dakota Behavioral.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
21 seconds to go, and earlier I talked about the Governor girls blowing out the Kernels. That might have been a bad choice of words, because it's an 8-point ball game now as they'll go to the fourth quarter. And Pierre at Riggs High Gym, 37-29. The Governors still lead there. Kernels will play the inbound game, and as Owen Rammel is met by Luke Olson at half court. Olson trying to get a steal. As Olson will be called for the foul, he'll send Rammel to the free throw line. And again, hard contact here. Rammel's coming with a head of steam, and Olson trying to just meet him and surprise him with a pickpocket, but Rammel to the free throw line. You can sense the emotion and the rivalry aspect of this game. Rammel makes good on the first free throw here. So one thing about it, Mitchell is, they're a feisty bunch, to say the least, and they have the ability to really frustrate a lot of teams, and you really have to work on keeping your composure when you play against this team. Caden Ahart's, his pass is tipped and stolen, and that's going to do it. Colton Smith with the steal off of the miss of the second free throw, by the way, for Owen Rammel. It's going to be a 9-point win for the Mitchell Kernels. Your final score on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, Mitchell 53 and the Pierre Governors 44. It was a 1-point game going to the fourth. And Mitchell goes on for the 9-point win to win their 16th game out of 18 so far this season. The Governors will fall again. Hard-fought loss. They dropped to 6-11 on the season. 53-44 on the scoreboard. It's brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Use their budget plan and keep full service to stay warm all season long with Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Let's pause for 3 minutes. We'll come back and talk about it. Our post game is next. That's sponsored by Family Dental with offices in Pierre and Gettysburg. Conversation with the head coach will assume, and also the full recap, stats and scoring. We've got your Hermanson Endodontics big plays of the game and your Cowboy Country Stores player of the game to talk about when we come back with more Pierre Governor basketball into the Family Dental post game. This is Governor Hoops, your official voice of the Govs, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Thinking of travel, Pierre Regional Airport offers nonstop flights from Pierre to Denver on Denver Air Connection. From there, you can fly anywhere. Book to your destination and check bags through on United, Delta, or American Airlines. 1-hour flights on 50-passenger jets to Denver, then connecting to your destination. Save travel time and money. Avoid the crowds and free parking when you fly from Pierre Regional Airport. Skip the drive. Fly from Pierre.
Pierre Regional Airport. Skip the drive.
Spending time with each patient to answer all questions and address any concerns that arise. Family Dental wants all their current and future patients to feel welcome and comfortable and to have the healthiest, best-looking smile possible. They can take care of all your family's dental needs with cleanings, checkups, same-day crowns, and many other dental services. Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg, caring for all your family's dental needs. Call Family Dental at 224-7774 today.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Download the DRG News app from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it to replay this game. See live and archive video of all games, and when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota High School sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app. Download it now from the App Store or Google Play. Century Business Products is a proud supporter of South Dakota High School athletics and proud to provide the most reliable Kyocera copiers and printers to schools and businesses in the area, all backed by their 5-time nationally awarded Kyocera servicing team. Are you looking to control color costs? Looking to reduce printers? Are you looking for more efficient ways to scan documents? Or maybe you'd like to become more paperless? Look no further than Century Business Products. Call 800-529-1950 and see how they're powering business technology.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio, Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Call the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC, with offices in Pierre, Oneida, and Gettysburg.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety, Viver 92.7, KGFX FM, Pierre. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Welcome back to the Corn Palace. Quite a battle, quite a rivalry game, and there was emotion, and there was heartbreak, and well, there was some things to sing about as well at times for the Pierre Governors tonight. But it's still another one in the loss column as they fall to 6-11. Governors got off to a great start, 16-10. But a 17-4 advantage in the second period for the Mitchell Kernels gave them the 7-point lead at intermission, 27-20. Pierre clawed back, got it within 1 at the end of 3 with a 13-7 scoring edge. It was 34-33 Kernels. Then we saw the lead change hands 4 times early in that fourth quarter. But the last half of that fourth quarter belonged to the Mitchell Kernels as they'll end up outscoring the Govs 19-11. They hit some free throws down the stretch, hit a couple of big threes as well, 53-44. The final, Brian Oakland here. Welcome to our Family Dental postgame with Family Dental offices in Pierre and Gettysburg. On the night, once again, the recurring theme for the Governors when they play some of the top teams in the state. We saw it last Saturday at Sioux Falls Lincoln. We've seen it against teams like Harrisburg and also Brandon Valley. You know, the Governors are playing these teams who are all upper echelon teams in South Dakota. They're playing them great. They're really defending well. They're hitting shots. They show flashes of brilliance. They show every indication that, yes, they can play with these teams. And when you get to the postseason, that's going to be invaluable. Of course, the Governors, unfortunately, are going to they're definitely going to be on the road for that SODAC 16, and they'll have to try to do all of these good things that they've been able to do against some top teams. But they'll have to do it on the road, and they'll have to do it for 32 full minutes, not 24 or 26 or 28 like the case may have been here tonight. And once again, it was this time it was the second quarter that did the Governors in, getting outscored 17-4 after leading 16-10 at the end of one quarter of play. In fact, they did have a 7-point lead at one point in that first period. Govs got off to a great start. They had all that fire and emotion, and the game plan was being executed. Obviously, they were able to get some shots to go. Dawson Getz was freed up for a couple of threes early on. But Mitchell, obviously a great team. They make the adjustments needed once that second period turns around, and still for the Kernels, I think we tend to see this a little bit too as you compare Mitchell and Pierce. Sometimes you'll see guys like Luke Olson just kind of bide his time. He'll get others involved in that first half. We saw that Tuesday night when the Governors played Brookings, and it wasn't until the third quarter when Olson tried to do some things, and he got going offensively in that third quarter of play. And again, trying to get other people involved. From Marcus Talley and from Colton Smith. They get other people involved in the first half and go to Smith. They will go to Talley. Smith hit 4 3-pointers in this game. Talley, of course, runs the show, and while they only each had 3 points at halftime, they both finish in double figures, and both were factors down the stretch in this one. 53-44 the final, and Coach Brianna Kusler has come up to talk about this one. Coach, I know this one stings a little bit, but I think I just feel like in this game you live off the emotion and the energy that you kind of had all game long. Even though you had that one lax quarter, once again, the second quarter is the difference in this game, no doubt about it. But even as the fourth quarter got away from you, unfortunately. But man, just this is rivalry. This is District 3 AA basketball of old. This is ESD ball, which you grew up into. And I mean, this is still a good basketball game, even though there's a couple of ifs and yeah buts and things like that to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, I think even with our scoring drought there a little bit in that second quarter, I mean, our defense was outstanding. Our guys stepped up in different ways, offensively, defensively. I mean, they really limited Tally, and that was game plan going in, and different guys. I mean, Schuff was on him, Eladio was on him, Sawyer was on Tally quite a bit. Limited him to 9 points with free throws down the stretch. I mean, that's outstanding, and to hold a team like this to 50 whatever points and being right there for the entirety of the game, we're right there, and that's really. I mean, you look at the top teams. We've just got to continue to stay the course and trust that we're going to get it when it counts. And different guys, again, stepping up offensively, stepping up at different times. Our bench was outstanding. I mean, during the game, a couple times they're like, "This is so fun," and that's exactly what this is. It's a lot of fun when guys like this go out and battle each other or battle for each other every single night, and that's what you saw tonight. They're connected, and they're. I mean, they're not hanging their heads right now. They're certainly they should be proud of themselves for the way that they battled, and trust that again we're gonna get it when it counts. I mean, anybody that has a basketball sense can see that that game was not a 10-point difference. And while that might be what it shows on indicates on paper, that's not what it is. And that's how all of our games have been with those top teams.
It's the beauty of basketball. It's the beauty of high school sports, and this is kind of what leads us from high school in the sporting world to life. I mean, you got to swallow this one and the way it went. And again, there's frustrations and there's ups and downs that go along with it. But still, I mean, this is why we do what we do.
Absolutely. I mean, it was. Watching these guys compete, anybody in the stands should just be enjoying it, because they go out there and they compete with so much heart and passion, and there's no individual agendas out there. It's all about the team, and that's really that's what has gotten them this far, and that's what's going to continue to get them far and extend beyond the game of basketball. And I mean, I wish everybody had the opportunity that I do every single day to be around these kids, because they make me a better person, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm as competitive as they come, and I'm frustrated that we didn't get the loss, or that we didn't get the win, but at the same time, I mean, you can't help but be proud of them, and they're proud of themselves, as they should be, and they battled through some adversity and overcame different things throughout the night, and that's what we've got to continue to do.
You talk about hoping to make it all, put it all together when it counts. Talking about the SODAC 16, because without that, there's no state tournament. Obviously, you're going to have a road game. You're going to have an upper echelon team. And this is the road game and type of playoff atmosphere that you're going to have to contend with. And this is also, the kind of physicality, I think, in a game that you're going to have to deal with when it counts. And again, standing your ground, but just coming up short.
Yeah, these are preparing us for what matters the most, and that's why you have a regular season and why you have a postseason. And I think the guys in our locker room, they understand we're a scary team for 6 and 11 right now, but we've got to stay connected. We've got to stay together and put it together when it counts.
Defensively for Mitchell, what did they do? It seems like I was talking as you were putting the headset on about sometimes Luke Olson just tries to get other people involved until maybe he'll try to take over a game when necessary. I kind of felt like that's what Talley and Smith were able to do for Mitchell, but did they do anything defensively to keep him scoreless in that first half?
They were pretty handsy. They were using quite a bit of body there, and we've got to make adjustments. And Luke knew that. I mean, I think he played very well, and we're tasking him with a large responsibility. Marcus Talley is a great defender, great player overall, and to be the primary ball handler against constant pressure is nothing easy to do. But he settled himself down there in the second half, and I think that's really the game went through him. It goes through him a lot. But I think defensively, I wouldn't say anything out of the ordinary. It was physical, and they called it physical both ways until we had a great hard foul.
Mitchell, they've been winning games by offensive rebounding, but I've got rebounding stats that are pretty solid here. Of course, then they give us official stats, but it's 24-20 in their favor. Looks like 6-3 on the offensive end. I've actually got a 5-4 advantage Pierre in the offensive rebounding. So you played pretty good in the rebounding effort tonight.
And that was something I didn't feel like our presence on the glass was as well as it could be in the first half, and that was something we talked about, and I thought that we were very intentional about hitting the glass in the second half there, and we made this a game, and we're just one step closer to that full 32 minutes, and we want to be peaking at the right moment, and we're trending closer to being able to do that.
All right, weekend off. You got Sioux Falls Jefferson Tuesday on the road, and I think Sioux Falls Jefferson as well as Sioux Falls Roosevelt that you still have teams with less than 500 records. These are games that you really have to have if you want to climb up those rankings.
Right. Yep. And we've competed with the top teams, and now we've got to compete with the teams that are around us as well, and not just compete. I think go and just take care of business. I mean, if we've proven that we can compete with a number 2 team like this, and 3 and 4 and 5, and I mean, you go down the list, and we need to compete with the 10s and the 11s and stuff, and then go and continue to make an impact in just whatever they're called upon to do. Different again. I sound like a broken record, but that's what it's going to take. 7-8 guys all stepping up at various times to just fill a role, whatever that role is, for the betterment of the team.
What's Jefferson looking like? Your next opponent? I mean, they've had some really impressive wins. They've had some head scratching losses, I think, this year.
Yeah, they're sometimes a little bit like us, where they've competed against some solid teams, but also gotten beat by some other teams, and I think that we've just got to be prepared to continue to control our side of stuff, and that's setting the tone defensively. I thought we did a great job of mixing some things up today, but really defense is where it has been starting the entire time. Every game that we have competed hard in, our defense has been outstanding, and that's going to be where it starts on Tuesday, regardless of the opponent moving forward. 3 games next week that are all big.
For sure. All right, Coach, we'll see you Tuesday night. Pat on the back to everybody. A 53-44 loss. As let's take a 3-minute timeout. We'll come back. We'll continue our Family Dental post game. This is Pierre Governor basketball.
The team at Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg are devoted to spending time with each patient to answer all questions and address any concerns that arise. Family Dental wants all their current and future patients to feel welcome and comfortable, and to have the healthiest, best-looking smile possible. They can take care of all your family's dental needs with cleanings, checkups, same-day crowns, and many other dental services. Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg, caring for all your family's dental needs. Call Family Dental at 224-7774 today.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
possibility every day. Whether you're chasing a personal best or simply want to enjoy life to the fullest, our specialized care is designed to help you feel better and stronger. We're here for you. No referral needed. Trust Avera Orthopedics to unlock a world of endless possibilities. Visit avera.org/orthopedics and start your journey from pain to possibility today.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is here for you. When you're looking for a new vehicle, they make it easy. All available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Shop their extensive inventory from home at capitalcityfordtoyota.com or stop in to Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Count on them for your service needs with convenient scheduling and in-stock parts. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 605-224-7378.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
Century Business Products is a proud supporter of South Dakota High School athletics and proud to provide the most reliable Kyocera copiers and printers to schools and businesses in the area, all backed by their 5-time nationally awarded Kyocera servicing team. Are you looking to control color costs? Looking to reduce printers? Are you looking for more efficient ways to scan documents? Or maybe you'd like to become more paperless? Look no further than Century Business Products. Call 800-529-1950 and see how they're powering business technology.
Back at the Corn Palace, our Family Dental postgame continues. I'm Brian Oakland as the Governors fall to the Mitchell Kernels 53-44. It's a very tight game back home at Riggs High Gym. 1:10 to play. Last report from Justin Coward. That Governor lead that was about 18 mid-third quarter is now down to 2. It's 46-44. Pierre trying to pull a bit of an upset and do themselves what we're talking about with Coach Kuzler, try to find a way to rise up in the ranks. Of course, the Governor girls would pretty much clinch, I think, a home game in the Sodak 16 if they can pull off a win against a 13-4 Mitchell Kernel team. So hopefully that one continues as it has been. Meanwhile, here we'll continue our post game. Let's take a look at the stats in this one. And Mitchell not shooting well in that second half. They went 2 of 13 in the third period, but they hit the shots that they needed to when they needed to in a 4 of 7 effort in the fourth. Just 6 of 20 after halftime, but 16 of 40 overall in the game. 8 of 22 from outside the arc. They do hit 13 out of 16 from the free throw line, and that includes 9 of 12 in the fourth quarter. So they were able to seal the deal and use free throws also to build a bit of a cushion. 3 players in double figures. Gavin Hinker, again, maybe one of the more improved players on this team from one year to the next. 6'5" senior, big body inside, threw a couple of dunks down. Missed a third, but does have 15 points, and that's game high tonight for Gavin Hinker. Meanwhile, Colton Smith, who had 4 big threes in that second half, actually 3 in the second half. He hit 4 for 4 at one point before missing his last 2. He'll finish with 14 points. Marcus Talley, again, just 12 points, but they come at big times in this one. So Hinker with 15, Smith with 14, and Talley with 12 in this one. And Justin Cowart just texted me and said the Governor girls win their game 48-47. A huge win for Coach Kirk Bebout and the Governor girls in that one. Meanwhile, for the Pierre Governors, who shoot 50% in the second half, 10 of 20 overall after 9 of 24 in the first half of play. They'll finish 19 out of 44. It'll be a 4 of 15 effort from outside the arc, though. Dawson Getz hits 3 of them. Sawyer Sonnenschein hit a big one in the fourth that gave the Governors the lead, but of course they couldn't quite hold that. The strange stat, I think, in this one, though, for the Governors, only 2 free throw attempts. Luke Olson made them both, But free throws, yes, Mitchell is hitting them down the stretch. There really weren't a lot of fouls called, unfortunately, for this one. Mitchell does outscore Pierre 13-2 from the free throw line, and they outshoot the Governors 16-2 from the free throw line. And again, you can read into that however you want. Basically, Mitchell was fouled tonight on shooting fouls. The Governors weren't necessarily fouled on shooting fouls. Mitchell makes their free throws, and they were able to hit them down the stretch when the Governors were in the bonus and had to foul also. So that gets skewed a bit. But total fouls, this was a well-officiated game. Pierre was dinged for 14 fouls in this game. Mitchell was whistled for 12. So again, pretty closely officiated, but it was a physical game. But hey, it's a good old-fashioned 3AA ESD basketball backyard brawl. If you're the traditionalist, like people my age and a little bit older. So again, there were frustrations in this game, but still, you just gotta tip your hat in this one for the Kernels to come away with the victory. Governors are led by Dawson Getz with 13 points. He had 3 threes in this one. Eladio Simmental played a good physical, hard game tonight as well. He'll finish with 10. Kernels do hold Luke Olson to just 8 points, and all of those came after halftime, and only 3 field goals all night long. Lincoln Dilgis with 6 points. Sawyer Sonnenschein checks in with 5, and Caden Aharts has 2 from back in the first period. Govs fall tonight 53-44. Kernels get the win, of course, with the help of, well, let's look at the other stats first. 20-18. I've got the rebounding stats, but as mentioned, official stats had the Kernels up 24-20, 6-3 on the offensive end. I can give you more of the official stats in that one from a individual standpoint. Governors are led by Dawson Getz with 6 rebounds, Luke Olson with 5, as Mitchell will collect 8 rebounds from Colton Smith, 8 more from Gavin Hinker. Hinker with 5 rebounds on the offensive end, and he was able to get some of those put back. Turnovers are 12 apiece. On the official stats, a couple of block shots for the Govs, but 7 block shots, including 5 from Colton Smith in this one, part of those official stats as well. So yes, the Kernels get the victory, and it certainly didn't come without big plays in the game. The big plays in our game are brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics. Let's hear from them, and we'll give you the big plays when we come back with more Pierre Governor basketball.
Quality comes first at Hermanson Endodontics. Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics strives to provide treatment that's not only comfortable, but also provides the best possible outcome. They do this by effective and timely communication with your dentist and preserving as much healthy tooth as possible using state-of-the-art 3-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre.
Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre give us our big plays of the game. Governors had some big plays going early on in this one as they raced out to a 16-10 lead at the end of one quarter of play. I think as far as how the game went, you can look at that second period though, and again, the bugaboo of the Governors is to play a full 32-minute game. They did play 32 minutes pretty well tonight, but still offensively and from an offensive output standpoint, they technically only played about 26 minutes of this game, if you want to look at it that way. So that's one part where big plays were made. Or not made, if you will. But of course, Mitchell, when you see the Governors with a burst, come up with a 1-point deficit that they go to the fourth with, and then they're able to take a lead. We seesawed back and forth a couple of times either way, but in the end, Mitchell was getting 3-pointers from people like Colton Smith, and of course, they were able to hit the free throws, and the Mitchell defense kept the Governors off the scoreboard more so in that fourth quarter. Once again, it was a 19-11 advantage, quarter number 4, but big plays that just gave Mitchell the momentum they needed to go on for the win here. In particular, 3-pointers and free throws are the big plays of the game. Sponsored by Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. Of course, with that comes the announcement of our player of the game. We'll stick with the Governors here tonight, but players of the game sponsored by Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Gavin Hinker leads all scorers with 15 points plus 8 rebounds, 5 on the offensive end. A couple of one-handed throwdowns tonight too. Colton Smith with 14 points, 4 threes, 3 of which come in the second half. And he also had 8 rebounds. They've got got him with five block shots and 4 assists, so a great all-around game for Smith. And again, the kid just makes plays almost when he feels he has to. And he is one of the top players in the state. One of the reasons why Mitchell is now 16-2. Of course, you add Marcus Talley into the mix. Great floor general, and he just did what he needed to do and what his team needed to do when necessary tonight. So you pat the back of those guys, but there's one player in particular for the Pierre Governors that I've been pretty impressed with lately, and we'll tell you who that is after we hear from our player of the game sponsor, Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre.
Howdy, partners. Did you know that you can save up to 30 cents on a gallon of gas instantly when you use the Sinclair DinoPay app at all Cowboy Country Store locations? It's true, and it's fast, secure, and simple to use. Just go to your app store and download the green DinoPay app, follow the prompts, and save big money at the pump today.
Convenience from the country. Cowboy Country Stores.
Cowboy Country Stores with player of the game, and of course you get your 13 from Dawson Getz. A really big pat on the back for Eladio Simmental with his 10 points, and a lot of that has to come in traffic. He played about as physical of a game as I think he's played all season long. Of course, Governors had emotions running high. You get 8 from your guy, Luke Olson. Lincoln Dill just did what he could tonight, too. But a guy that's really been coming on and impressing me, especially on the defensive side of things, is the little guy, Sawyer Sonnenschein, the 5'8 senior. When you see a 5'8 guy in the face as much as he can be of a 6'5" guy like Colton Smith, and Sawyer Sonnenschein is just hounding people. It depends on the defensive assignments. Of course, the Governors are playing zone much of the time, but Sawyer Sonnenschein has been hounding some of the better players in the state of late. He played a good game on Saturday with a 3 of 3 effort from beyond the arc at Sioux Falls Lincoln. He's really coming on, and he could be kind of a little X factor for the Governors as the season progresses, and then we push toward that postseason. We're going with Sawyer Sonnenschein tonight, your Cowboy Country Stores player of the game. We'll get him a t-shirt noting his good play and doing what he can to keep the Governors close in this one, although Mitchell comes up with the win. Sawyer Sonnenschein, your Cowboy Country Stores player of the game. Let's check those scores here. We'll start with the boys' games. Of course, the Governor girls get that 1-point victory. Mitchell beats the Governors here 53-44. Sioux Falls, Washington has a 9-point lead with a minute left over Sioux Falls Roosevelt. It's 51-42. Harrisburg going to beat O'Gorman 61-49 after O'Gorman had the better start in that one. There's a minute left in that one. Aberdeen Central also late, about to beat Brookings 65-58. Brookings maybe had an opportunity to pick up a victory tonight, but they will apparently remain winless as they trail by 7 with a minute to go. And now also 17-8, an early score, T-Area leading the Yankton Bucks. Once again, the Governor girls, a 48-47 win, holding off a hard-charging rally from the 4th-rated Mitchell Kernels. Pierre had an 18-point lead at 33-15 at one point in that third quarter, but nail-biting time there, and our girl Kim Davis did maybe made the last play, hopefully, to give the Governors a 1-point win. Sioux Falls, Washington, a 20-point win over Roosevelt in girls hoops tonight. T-Area beats Yankton 53-36. Aberdeen over Brookings 57-26. That's an impressive win for Aberdeen Central. And Watertown with a 2-point lead over Huron with under a minute to go in regulation. That's 43-41. Other girls scores, Sioux Falls Jefferson leads Lincoln 46-33. That's in the fourth quarter. And out west, Rapid City Stevens late third quarter leads Rapid City Christian 47-33. Governor girls are right back at it tomorrow, and you'll hear them here on River 92.7. They've got a 1:30 pregame. Justin Coward calls the action as the girls host the Sioux Falls Lincoln Patriots. Lincoln's just got one victory on the season, we should say, and after a big win for the Governors tonight, hopefully they don't go complacent and fall into a trap necessarily for tomorrow, but you can listen to that one here with a 2 o'clock tip tomorrow on River 92.7. Meanwhile, I'll be in studio covering Governor Wrestling and, Region Wrestling, Region 3A from Cheyenne Eagle Butte. Plus, we'll be covering the Governors, Chamberlain Cubs, Cheyenne Eagle Butte Wrestlers, among others. And we'll also keep an eye on the regions of Central South Dakota teams in Class B, Region 1B, 3B, and 4B. All of the coverage on that I'll have from studio on KGFX, 1060 AM, 103.1 FMs. Best of luck to all of those. Governor girls, by the way, raced the pack in the Region 3A tournament, or the Region 3 tournament in Aberdeen last night with 225 points and a half, and 4 champions, 4 runners-up. So they'll try to go win their 4th straight state team title next weekend at the state wrestling tournament. We're looking forward to that also. So join Governor girls basketball tomorrow on River 92.7. Our next coverage of the Governor boys comes Tuesday night when we head down to Sioux Falls again to take on the Jefferson Cavaliers, and that'll be a 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock opening tip on Tuesday night. River 92.7 live streaming at drgnews.com. Final word from South Dakota's Office of Highway Safety, who celebrates being a part of a team as we hit the road. Remember to think twice in case of ice, although that's going to be hard to find over the next several days when the weather gets nice again. But buckle up. Every trip, every time, you've got someplace to be. Our thanks for William Wilson for running the show in studio. Of course, for Caleb Brozick and the old-time Randy Moss jersey tonight. For a live ticket, you can rewatch this one at drgnews.com and the DRG News smartphone app. I'm Brian Oakland, your final Gales Gas Service scoreboard. The Kernels improved to 16-2 on the season with a 53-44 win over the Pierre Governors. Once again, thanks for joining us. This has been a presentation of the official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com. Good evening, everybody.
This presentation of Pierre Governor Athletics was proudly presented by BankWest.